moves slow, time moves fast. In this dance we call the past. Mental health, a fragile thread, but we'll find strength. Let love spread, life's a climb. Just take a step, rise above, find your breath. In the darkness we will find a shining light to free our mind, to free our mind. Self-growth blooms like petals bloom, shedding tears will heal the wounds and the chaos. Let's find peace, embrace the pain, let it release.
Relax your mind. It's divine time.
Hello, all. Today we're going to do an episode of Journeying Together, Learning and Growing with Good People. I am your host, Downey Divine, and it's going to be wild. We got a lot of people on here tonight. I feel like the most that we've had. I'm going to do it like this because I listen to people and things that they like, and somebody drives to my attention, I like to look other people in the eyeballs as they speak. So with that, today with me, matter of fact, I'm going to take this logo off so we can actually see your face. There we go. That real hiding behind the logo. I play peekaboo. We see you now. So I've got Rio with me. I've got Mr. and Mrs. Sigma Uno. Rio.
Yep.
An individual. We're going to do an introduction here in a second. We got Miss Queenie. Say hi. And of course,
all right. So
we got my sister Dolly. And now, introducing, drum roll, please. Coming to the floor for the very first time, Miss Shari.
Hello, everybody. How y'all doing?
Give us a brief introduction of who you are, what's your mission in this world is, and
All right. So, as he stated, my name is Cherie. I am originally from Orlando, Florida girl. By
Florida.
way of
I knew that might happen.
yeah. By way of Jacksonville, North Carolina. I am I'll say, I'm not gonna call myself a chef. I'm a cook. My love language is cooking. So I love to service people. I love to give. One of my love languages is giving. And one way I do that is helping others and feeding them real good. So I'm a wife, I'm a mother. And I just feel like my purpose is to just help others in whichever way I can, which is a lot of different ways. But I'll just say that I'm a straight shooter, which y'all get to learn that tonight talking to me. I'm a straight shooter. I don't like the BS. But I have a love for people. So I'm just excited to be here and be on my first time being here, and I look forward to getting to know each and every one of y'all and getting to know y'all perspective on the topic. That's my
All
space.
right. I love that. Hopefully we don't scare you away. I hope to see you on here some more in the future, all right? So again, going in for today, as I stated, the topic for today is learning and growing with good people. I guess I want to flow into a conversation, but I'm going to ask this question real quick. What is the importance of having good people around you? It's okay. We ain't got all jump at once.
They
I
help
would
you.
say that, go ahead.
Go ahead. I was gonna say they help you grow.
Yeah, and to be that safety net, especially to be someplace out of your element, to have a safety net just in case. So it's good to have a good person to fall back on.
It's really important to have good people around you, especially when you come from people that aren't so good. So, and the family is not who the family you're born into, is who you make it. So for me, it's been a real big key in my life, having good people around me.
Mm-hmm. I mean, good people, they help and pull out the best parts of you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes good people will see things in you that you don't even see in yourself.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like, like Cherie was saying, having those people in place can help kind of guide you and direct you, can help nurture you. I mean, there's so many different pieces to that. So many different pieces.
Especially when you like Sheree was saying, when you come to a family that is negative and doesn't, you can't count on for support. It's hard to know when you're around good people. So, kind of, what are the signs that you're around a good person?
Good question.
For me, some of the signs are they give and they don't want anything in return. There's no ulterior motive. They love you for you, and they want to see the best in you.
I think you feel it. I think it's a feeling that you have. It's just like anybody's intuition. Like, when you're around a character with bad energy, you'll feel it. If a person has your best at heart, you feel that energy. People can't hide malicious energy for too long. So you'll know if that person means you well by how their energy feels. You'll know if when you come into the room with them, if the whole energy of the room shifts and you feel off and you feel negative, that person mean you no good. But if every time you're around this person, that energy's bubbly, it feels warm, you know you're in the presence of good people.
I think I came from a place where, at times, that when that happened, it was a full adjustment to be around good people. So it felt weird, and I distanced myself because I didn't know how to accept that feeling. And it was
Agreed.
something I had to kind of ease into and say, okay, it's safe to be here, and to really actually know that the person cares and wants to be supportive to you, because there were people that were fake that acted like they want to be there and support, and they literally took everything you had, including your energy vampires.
About that.
Yeah. So yeah, wow. It
Yep.
was a hard time adjusting to people that were genuinely good, because you're looking for the flaws and you're looking for the twists, but it never really comes. And when they say they're going to do something or they're going to be there supportive to you, they actually do it. And it kind of it puts you in a place where you can relax and you can actually be good. You can reciprocate what that person is giving to you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I've been.
One
That's
thing
good.
I've noticed about when it comes down to growing with good people or being around good people is kind of like how y'all just said. The energy you get, well, I can only speak for me because I know that everybody cannot feel energy. Everybody cannot stand there next to someone and either feel drained or feel like something's pulling you in a direction out of yourself. I'm about to get a little descriptive of what it feels like.
Right.
But there are times where you can, if you learn to read some micro expressions via the body language, because the body will also tell you how people actually feel. I mean, there are some people who you can say something And if you're looking at them, this is one reason why I stress so deeply and teach my kids as well. When you're talking to someone, look them in the face, look them in the eyes. Because as I'm trying to teach them to look at people when they speak, I'm slowly going to start teaching them about what things to look for. So, for example, if you tell someone about your good day, and now you see like quickly they kind of do like a, and then they smile. So now you know right then and there, like, okay, you really don't have, you're not really happy about me. You're putting on a fake little smile. Plus, at the same time, when people are authentically smiling, you can, for me, I can feel it. When you look at it, you can tell because a lot of times people's eyes can kind of slant. Oh, if their eyes are like wide open and they're just like that, you can almost tell that they're faking a smile. It's one of those things where it's just like, oh, okay, yeah, okay. Oh, I'm so proud of you. And it's just like, yeah, people are cock out, you know? But again, that's something that I think you have to learn. There are individuals who are good at acting as if they care. There are people who are good at acting around other people. When they're not at home, it's almost like they get a kick out of having eyes on them, making them seem like they are such a good Samaritan and all these things. But again, like how Rio said, nobody can fake them for too long. I mean, and that's one of the things I say. I'm like, for me, if I meet people, I usually don't end up saving their number on my phone until after like anywhere between 2 weeks to a month, depending on how often I'm talking to the person. Because a lot of times they'll end up going ghosts. You'll start seeing the flaws in their character and be like, that's not who I was talking to or who I had met, you know? So, I mean, there's things to look forward to. And I feel like when it comes down to meeting individuals, having boundaries is something that needs to be set also. I was talking to a lady earlier today, and she brought up how she has her boundaries, and when she can base what a person's intentions are based off of how they react to your boundaries. And for example, if you're like, oh, I'm not drinking, and they're like, oh, well, why not? I don't want to drink alone. Okay, now you're sitting there like, I just told you I don't want to drink, but now you're just trying to sit here and be like, I don't want to drink alone. I just told you I don't want to drink. Why are you trying to peer pressure me? So it's like when people do not respect you, they will also do things to try and get you to do what they want you to do. Right. That right there still is another telltale sign that you are in the presence of someone who does not have very good interests towards you.
When you're around good people, if you have flaws and you're working on something, their energy will help you begin to make a change if you're open to make a change. And it's not a pressure, it's just them being good and their energy of surrounding being good. It's their energy and their intent for you because they're intending to be supportive truly. They're intending to give love and good energy to you. And this is, again, it's not something that they plan to do, it's just being them. And when they're being them, it's like, okay, I can relax and I can kind of ask questions and I can kind of work through my problem, help them work through my problems, or ask them about helping work through my problems. When that type of energy that they have will help you.
That's good.
I think that one thing that before I could deal with energies and I understood energies and, the shifting and the moving, because some people can seem as though they have good energy and then you're wrong, they don't. But one thing that I tried to put into play, it was something that I heard, and it was small-minded people talk about other people. Average-minded
Right.
people talk about people with ideas, and large, open-minded people talk about ideas themselves or how to grow or become better. And so when I would get into spaces, it's just let me see what y'all talk about more often than not, or let me see what you have to say more often than not. Because even if I couldn't get an energy reading off of you, eventually your true colors are going to come out. And if
Mm-hmm.
all you're doing is sitting around and talking about people or talking about something you've heard, and there's nothing wrong because I enjoy my brain rot just as much as the next person. Like I can speak full TikTok. And like if I say twin and you don't say where have you been, we can't be friends. Like, but but at the same time, I don't want like if that's all you're talking about, what happened on TikTok. Like
Right.
unless you are a creator making money actually, you shouldn't be sitting on TikTok and just talking about TikTok all day or talking about other people. So there's just little adages like that. And one thing about me is while I can run my mouth, um, bruh, because I just be talking. While I can run my mouth a lot, I when I'm in really new spaces, I kind of just sit back. And that could be my Scorpio rising. Like I sit back and I just look at people. And because I've even had coworkers tell me, they was like, what, did your battery just die or something? And I was like, no, I don't know these humans. So I'm not finna just you see what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
so being observant of others, it will show you. Because one thing about me, if I feel like I'm the smartest person in the room, I can't be in that room no more. That room is not for
Yeah.
me.
Right, exactly.
But yeah, but it's important to have good people around you because life is continuous journey of growth. And if you don't grow, you're stagnant. If you're stagnant, I don't want you around me. Ugh, brother. Ugh.
Dario.
My mom always
Yo.
said, "Oh, go ahead."
I don't know. Something was telling me to run to Dario. What? Oh man. What is the importance of having good people around you? But something's telling me to ask you, how has having good people around you changed your life?
Having good people around me.
How has it changed your life?
I can say in my younger years, I was angry, partially to losing my dad at a young age. So I was real angry about that as a young child. So having like a certain type of people around me, it it did wonders too. Like I had been searching for father figures for the longest until I just stopped. So I had to realize that hey, it's life, and having the right people around you, it make the journey that you go through or that you got to go through when you're finding yourself a lot better, because if you got a good demographic of friends, whether they're good or bad, they show you which routes you want to take, and those good friends show you the routes that you can take that are way better than what the society presents to you, other than the rappers, the football players, the basketball players, and everything like that. So a good person can show you solace when he has nothing. Like, you ever seen a person who practically he ain't got nothing, but you don't never see him in a bad mood?
Yeah.
Never stressed out.
But you can see people with everything and they stress the fuck out.
Max.
So yeah. So having good people around me, it taught me discernment. It taught me how to read energies, whether they were positive or negative. And it taught me how to tell, like how y'all were stating before, those fake energies where people put off those misleading good energies. Because like I said earlier, it don't last long. You just got to wait it out.
Right.
Like my whole life.
That's true.
My whole life I've been real quiet, reserved, and I sit back and I look and I observe the people around me. I observe their behaviors. I observe their attitudes, because somebody can be a very good person but have a badass attitude. And then some people can be good people to you, but they can be a fucked up person to somebody else.
There you go.
So you just gotta look at that and see, like, dang, you know, this person is nice to me, but to somebody they don't like, they're this way. So how long does it take for them to put that energy at me?
On you, exactly.
That's it.
That's good. That's good.
And like a lot of those people that are good to you or who have that good energy, they only have that good energy at the time because you're in complete agreement with them. See, people only like you when you agree with them. Once you go to disagreeing, oh,
Find out.
Oh,
you
man.
some of everything in the book.
Whole script change.
Yeah. Whole shirt change. That's a whole new person now.
Yep.
Mhm.
And then another thing, how you know you're in the presence of a good person, if you and that person have a falling out and y'all both are able to come together and talk about that problem
Yeah,
and still connect like nothing ever happened,
yeah,
that is a good person to have in your life.
I agree.
With maturity.
Mm.
Facts.
And I pass the floor.
I learned my
Drop the blunt.
what you said that.
Hey, I told you I be burning down when I'm on. So
Well, you keep talking like that, burn my brother.
Blunt drop.
Oh, man. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Dr. You about to say something? I said you about to say something? I can tell you froze.
Bro, I'm flabbergasted right now. I'm fired up and all kind of stuff. I can't tell you how I feel right now, to be honest. Like, I'm scared, like Mustard Man is like this. He's dancing. No, but you know, I will say this. One thing that was kind of drilled into me as a kid, like growing up, was the saying "birds of a feather flock together." Go back downstairs. Oh, I'm sorry. Go back downstairs. Second time. It will not be a third. Love you. Get the juice and go on. Come back up here.
Joshua.
You already know.
Yep.
If you want to go downstairs and don't come back up.
Hey, he's trying to get
You come back. Now you got to get it off. I'm trying to be nice now. Sorry about that. I had to, let me take off the mic.
It's okay.
It's all right. You're a mom. You're a mom.
Yes, that saying "birds of a feather flock together" was something that was drilled into me. When you align yourself with people who have the same mindset as you, the same goals. Here he come again, y'all. I literally told him, "Don't come back up here. Go ask your brother to open it." For one, that's gonna allow you to see who you are. You know what I'm saying? When you have people that are real and that are not fraudulent and fake, they're gonna speak into you. You know what, Dolly? I didn't like when you said that. When you did X, Y, and Z, that wasn't cool, man. Those are the people that you want in your life. Those are good people to have. Now, my definition of a good person may not be the same definition as so-and-so's as a good person because of my experiences in life. I've had, you know, like Rio was just saying, they were a good person to me, but they were not so nice to this other person. To me, I ain't fooling with you because you've already showed me who you were. If you can't treat me the way that you treat this person, then the way you treat that person, that's who you really are.
Right.
You putting up a facade with me because then that tells me you want something from me.
Right.
What you
nail on the head.
Yeah.
So that just, you know, that just shows to me your true intentions. People who I'm one of those that I observe. It took me about 2 years to really open up to folk here in Jacksonville. I don't trust everybody. And I'll tell you off gate, but that's because of things that I've gone through with people who proclaim to be good people and turn around, supposed to be my friend, and they were like, yeah, I'm not fooling with you no more because you got married and you didn't do what I wanted you to do. So we're not friends because I don't do what you wanted me to do, and you made my friend from the beginning.
Deuces.
Yeah.
About watching people's behaviors. When somebody show you who they truly are, believe
Believe
them.
them.
Believe them.
Believe
Facts.
them.
Definitely
Believe
believe
Wonder
them.
if somebody tell you that they don't like you, they don't like you. I don't care how much they say I like you. No, they don't. They already showed you.
Right.
Pick up, dust yourself off, and keep it pushing, because who is supposed to be your friend is going to be your friend regardless, and don't want nothing from you.
Right.
Other
You only
than
got to show me
Right.
one time.
me, come on. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? There's another saying: you fool me once, shame on you. You ain't gonna fool me 2 and
Only
3
twice,
times
shame on
not no
you.
more, because you've
Right.
shown me who you are. When folks show you
Mhm.
they are not your true friend, or folks show you in front of you how they treat somebody else, that's not a
It's a
good
matter
person.
of time before it's gonna be you.
And I have
Yep.
learned that the hard way with people. No, with my friends, and my friends can tell you, I'm the same way with this one I am with that one. I love you the same. I will give you the shirt off of my back. I'll give you the last $5 out of my account. If you
Right.
need it, that's me. But that's being a good, I treat people the way that I want to be treated.
There you go.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? The golden rule. And we miss that as people. As I like how Queenie said, as human beings. We
There
miss
you go.
it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You treat people how you want to be treated. And if we live our lives that way, we all will be good people. And I'm gonna be quiet after that.
Mm.
I want to throw something
That's
out
good.
to have
That's
y'all
good.
think real quick. With it, we are living in a time to where people who are genuinely kind oftentimes are mistreated due to the fact of a lot of people acting nice.
Mhm.
Niceness and kindness are not the same thing. So
Mhm.
now we're at a time where a lot of people treat people who are coming at them with genuine kindness horribly because they think that these people have ulterior motives due to the fact of a lot of fake nice people out in the world.
Mhm.
How would you navigate that? Like, what could you do to navigate that? How can you pinpoint that? And if you are one of those genuine kind individuals, how do you feel when that happens?
I think when you click with someone, the hard thing is to go all in, even after you've been in that person's presence for a long time. And that's a problem with us community wise. We get together periodically, and everybody's brain is working. I promise you, everybody's brain is working on how to build something, but no one ever takes a step forward to make it happen. When you begin to build good people all around you, it's going to be hard for anybody to come in and infiltrate because you know each other and you trust each other. You see what I'm saying? So for me, it's going taking the next level. What does your friendship look like? How can we build together? What does that look like for all of us to build together? Otherwise, if you stay at a distance for long enough, what do? We break apart and we drift apart. You see what I'm saying? So for me, it's click together, begin to click together, build something. Doesn't allow the negative to come in. We're all people that we're able to speak our mind and speak how we feel, and it doesn't bother us. And that's the good thing about this podcast. I've watched everybody that come into this podcast have a full respect for each other. We can talk about how we feel without not hurting anybody else's feelings because we're open to understand and we're open to learn and we're open to feel. So I think it shows that that's all possible in this type of group of people. And at the same time, people are learning from this and we're learning from each other. That's the big thing for me.
Consistency.
And we're consistent.
There you
Right.
go. From you put it you opened the floor right to what I was getting ready to say. Consistency. So for me, how I navigate it is I let people, for me, I've never been a person. I learned early that you have talkers, you have doers. You can make your mouth say whatever. For me,
Right.
if you're saying, you're a good friend to me, I'll accept what you're saying, but for me, it's your actions. So you know how in the beginning of and this does not just apply to relationships with spouses or boyfriend and girlfriends. In the beginning, it's always a puppy love phase. Everything is always good in the beginning, but then
Right.
after a little while, y'all get to hanging around each other, being around each other a little bit more. You start to see stuff, and that goes the same for friendships. So for me, I just allow people. I look for consistency. I look for
Mhm.
your actions in that relationship. If you consistently show me that you are a kind person consistently, you're honest consistently, you treat me well consistently, in front of other people consistently, that shows me you're genuine, you're real. I can trust you. I don't have to put up a wall, because that was me. I've always been a kind person, but I've always been a person where it takes me a while to open up too, because I've been through a lot. So I will have that wall up. Same thing with just moving here. I haven't been here 2 years yet. I think just now, like over the last few months, I've just been able to allow myself to have people I could call friends. And that I was only able to do that after those people consistently showed me who they really were. Because just like Rio said, people can put up a front, but that's only gonna last for so long. And see, with me, it don't take long for me at all for me to recognize what's real and what's not. I sit back. I'm not a shy person at all, but I do sit back and observe too. And it don't take long for me at all to recognize it. So for me, that's how I'm able to navigate through that and figure out, what's real and what's not.
Right.
Yeah, somebody wrote a song about it. I've been watching you watching me.
Yeah. For I'd say for me, you got to learn the art of being cordial before you can be a friend.
Right.
People have to learn that, everybody ain't really got to be your friend.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I see shit like the Titanic. Some people gonna get a life vest. Some people gonna have an actual boat. And some people gonna be in the water looking for those to get on.
Right.
So you have to navigate life like that. So once you realize and learn the art of being cordial with people, like you see me out in public or something like that, or like in the job spaces, you will think I'm a friendly, nice person. I am antisocial. I am a hermit, and I love to be at home. I do not like people because people are weird.
Right.
Like people are weird nowadays.
They sure
So,
Being weird?
I learned to be cordial. Like I know how to. The world is a stage, and everybody has a part to play.
Right.
I just play my part, and I sit back and I watch the parts that everybody else play. And depending on the character that you play, that lets me know if I can fuck with you or not. Because if I don't like your character, just like in anything else, like in the TV show, if I don't like that character, I don't fuck with him on that TV show, and I hope he be getting his ass whooped every time. So, because I watch a lot of anime. Like I watch a lot of anime, so like some of them other characters, they be getting to my soul. So, and you can see life like that because people are like that. Like you can be in the workplace, you can love everybody at the job, but it's this one person. There's one person that you like, man, just 5 minutes outside. That's all I need. And I'm a whoop his behind.
Give me 2 minutes, maybe even 3.
2 minutes in the
Everybody has that one person. But when you see that person, you're like, hey, how you doing? How's the family?
Trying to keep it together, exactly.
Professionalism.
And with you being able to do that, you can notice people doing that off the bat.
Exactly.
Like, oh, you don't really fuck with me. You just being nice because we at work.
Come on.
Exactly.
Okay, so it's funny.
You got to learn the art of being cordial. That's how you know who's good for you.
I agree.
That's good.
For so long, I was oblivious to individuals being fake by me due to the fact that if I like you, you know I don't like you. Like I that's just I've always been like that. You steered me wrong. I was like, no. And they're like, why you acting like that? I don't like you. Like I tell you, I'm like, like that's just how I am. So I mean, there was no. You come by me, you're like, hey, how you doing? I'm just like, I just keep it pushing. My mom raised me. She's like, you have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. Because I know how my mouth is. You mess around and say hi to me, I'm like, yo, what the F you want? Like, you mess around and get cursed out or something, I'll be ready to throw hands right to the neck. Like, I'm sorry, I used to be the definition of on site.
Right.
Right. So, I mean, with it took a long time for me to kind of just be like, I see somebody, I'm just like, give you a perfect example. Hold up. we have a commenter.
Yeah.
To be a great person is just your level of where you are in life that allows you to be more. I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
I definitely see that. I agree with that.
I agree.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody
I
does
agree
have the
too.
potential to do it, but are they like she said?
It's a
There's nothing right
choice.
and some right. It's a choice. Life is all about choices, and some people never consciously make that choice to be a great person. Some people
Right.
just are an assignment to just be a nasty, evil person, and they will never change. Now,
Yep.
Right.
there's always hope that people will, but you just always, where there's good people, there's always have to be the opposite. There's always going to be people who just
Right.
Balance.
choose to not be a good person. And just like Rio said, that's why we have these weird people.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I don't think your level matters. Like how she was saying your level. I really don't think
Yeah.
your level matters
Yeah.
because like Cherie was saying,
The choice, bro.
you all have a chance to. You
Yeah.
have a chance. It doesn't matter if you're homeless, poor. It doesn't matter if you are a multimillionaire, billionaire, or in between. You can be a good human.
If you choose
Lord
to be.
Right.
knows I ain't got much,
Right.
but
If you
hey,
choose
if
to
I get
be.
some money, if you choose to be, exactly.
Right.
You see what
Yeah.
I'm saying? You can go feed the homeless, you can donate clothes, you can do stuff. You don't
Right.
have to be at any necessary level in life to be a decent human being.
Yeah.
Me personally, I think I also need to learn the art of being cordial because I will just straight tell people at work, like I guess because I haven't gotten to a career phase in my life, and I'd just be like,
Right.
"Oh, Bianca, you want to go out?" No, I'm sorry, I don't do work humans. And they be like, "Why you say it like that?" I be like, "Because I just don't." From leadership conferences and trainings that I've received,
Mhm.
you don't spend outside work time with
Yeah.
at work people.
No.
And I
No.
mean, if I
No.
just happenstance to meet you somewhere else and then we click and you just happen to work at the same place I work, then boom. But I'm sorry, I'm not going to drink with y'all because who
No.
knows,
No.
like, or I'm not going to smoke with y'all because y'all might get mad one day and that runs back. Or
Oh
you see
yeah.
what I'm saying? Or somebody try to involve you in something because of the people you hang out with from work and all that. And I be like, I'm sorry, I don't do work humans. I don't do most humans, but I definitely don't do work humans. It's just, I don't, and like they said, people weirdos, bro. I don't, nah, because then I'm gonna have to bury a body. No,
Yeah.
thank you.
We're
Just
gonna have
get
to
me
do a
out of it.
podcast about weird people now because we didn't
The
said we
weird
Yes.
humans.
Yes. Please.
Oh,
Please.
Humans are
have
definitely
to
weird
do a
because
podcast.
no,
That might be next week.
seriously. Because even when I'm dealing with individuals, and I'll tell people if somebody tells you that I did something to them, please believe them. Because I've been told I am a good, kind person. So if I had to do something to you, you deserved it.
She sounded.
And I mean that.
Go ahead,
So,
Sam.
Because I can't determine I'm
Sante
a good
Wilson. I
person.
don't like
I
people
can't
that
determine if I'm a
I
kind
want people to
person.
generous.
You see what I'm saying? All I can do is try. But other people have told me I'm a good kind of person. I'm a genuine person. I'll say, well, I try to be because I can't make that decision. I can't say, oh, I'm going to be a good parent. My children would have to tell me that. But
Right.
if I did
Exactly.
something
Thank
to
you.
you, if I did something to you, you definitely deserved it. 1000%. Because half the time I don't even like to waste the energy.
Yeah,
There you
but
go.
that's where
There you go.
consistency goes.
There you go.
If you had to do something to somebody and you consistent, and they have seen you consistent, and then somebody said she did so and so and so and so, their response should be, "What did you do?
What did you do?
Come on.
Exactly.
What did you
What did
do?"
you do?
Because
That
I'm consistent. Mm-mm.
I feel like that's
especially
so
if everybody hasn't had the same experience. If you're the only one that's having that bad experience, well, what did you contribute to that?
Yes.
You know what I'm
Yo,
saying? 'Cause people are quick to play the victim card. Oh my God, she did this to me. But honey boo boo child,
Do it
what
again.
did you do to old girl? Because I've
There
known
you
her
go.
to do nothing but be nice to me and everybody else. So what did you do to piss them off?
Mhm.
Well,
Exactly.
I did X, Y. Then there you have it. Take responsibility for your actions. Take
Right.
ownership. Okay.
I love that. I love that so much based off the fact that I had a lady tell her story. She spoke her truth this morning. And with her speaking her truth, at the end when we were done, when we were done recording, we had a little conversation. We were talking about how a lot of people don't take accountability and how people will sit there and try to smear your name. When they know that they have done you wrong, they're going to try and make everybody else think that you're a bad person.
Yep.
And in times around people that you don't know, in case that you run across these people. Mr. Sigma Luna told me once before, once you try and prove that you're a good person, you've already lost.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because at that time, you're trying to prove that you are such a good, kind person or whatever. It's almost as if you are doing extra for people who don't even care.
Right.
You already have an image of what you are in their mind.
There you go. There you go.
And I mean, the thing that gets me the most is me and Dolly were talking about the other day on Let Your Light Shine. Where when you are your authentic, genuine self and you are a genuinely kind individual, yeah, hold on. Hold it up a little closer to the camera so everybody can see it. You're authentic, genuine, kind self. You're going to disrupt demons that are in people.
There you go.
When people are faking
Mhm.
something and you are naturally like that and they know they can't be like that, they come and attack you because you are what they want to be.
That's it.
Yep.
Ooh, hold up. Hold up.
Ooh, you just said a lot.
You gotta pray.
You just said a lot.
That's it. Right?
Put a microphone in.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I like doing the panels because I allow everybody else to speak. I do a podcast by myself so that way I can speak. This is y'all time. We having a conversation.
You gotta
Let's
contribute to it.
spark up the conversation. Let's see.
No, but I've had experience. I had an experience with the work people, and like you're saying, you don't want to be able to be around them when they're drunk. That truth actually comes out. I've been in that position, and I've had to restrain myself from knocking this dude on his backside because he said he unloaded everything that he actually felt, which I already felt it anyway because I'm an empath. I already felt how he felt about me. I felt how the people in my the other part of the cubicles felt about me, and I just kept to myself because I just didn't want to deal with it. But that's where you have to become a centered person, or you have to be completely in touch with yourself to know, hey, look, this is who I am. I'm here for a specific reason. I'm getting ready to do my 8 hours and get the hell out of here and go be with people that actually do care and love me. But the world challenges you in that way. But you have to create this boundary for yourself if nobody else is creating that boundary.
And that right there flows into the importance of boundaries. I love that transition. Thank you, Mr. Sigmund. So I'm like, the importance of boundaries. A lot of times, individuals who are kind of shaky on their boundaries, or their boundaries are as thick as a piece of paper flapping in the wind, they're often the ones that get attacked and manipulated the most.
Yeah.
A lot of times they're not standing 10 toes down on even they don't. A lot of times they don't even know themselves. And so therefore now, just like how mom used to tell us, if you don't believe in something, you'll fall for anything.
Mm-hmm.
And so therefore, if you have no boundaries, you're going to be susceptible. Gosh, I'm using. I'm really expanding my vocabulary.
Using your educated word.
It's a big word. But I mean, when you are sitting there and you have no boundaries, or you're not governing yourself by any type of structure or doing anything in consistency, you'll allow other individuals to come in and disrupt your whole balance. And ultimately, I feel like that's when the importance of having boundaries to continue remaining who you are. Because I feel like as children, we are our true, authentic self. Children, everybody who has children, you see them, they go out and do things, whatever they want to do, and they're having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to let what somebody else thinks of them interrupt how they feel and what they're doing. You can be like, oh, you're stupid. They're going to be like,
They don't care.
Exactly. And I feel like that's when it comes down to being your true self. Being your true self is bringing that happiness and joy and peace into your own life. I tell people all the time, I'm like, if I invite you somewhere, it's because I trust you enough to add on to the peace that I already have on whatever it is that I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to disrupt that peace, I'm not inviting you.
But you also have to be aware of the sheep in wolves' clothing.
Ah,
The wolves in sheep's clothing. Because they'll act like they like you. Your guard is completely down, and here comes the gut shot, or they're coming to devour you because their whole scheme was to come and do this in the first place. And if you catch them in the midst of their scheme, they're going to do something. They're going to try to do something to hurt you the most. They'll gather the information about who you are. I've been through it. When you give your secrets, you talk about family things, you talk about things that hurt you, the things that you went through, and they use that against you. And they tell other people. And before you know it, your life is exposed when you thought you were talking to somebody close to you as a friend.
Yeah.
Those are wolves and sheep. Those are wolves in sheep's clothing.
That's
And
good.
most of the time,
Yeah.
unfortunately, my experience has been the most of those situations has been from family.
Yes,
My
yes.
my
Yeah.
my family taught me the most,
You got a hoodie
and I'm
right.
kind of
Right?
grateful that I learned it kind of early. And for me, I say early because I see people out here. For example, my mother, who's 65, who still don't know nothing about setting no boundaries. She taught me at
Mm.
28. So I say around 28, I learned that I needed to set boundaries because my family showed me the most why I need to set them boundaries because them jokers don't even know what boundaries are.
Mhm.
Right.
Didn't care, but I had to learn that real early because with family and I really I despise when people say, "Oh, that's your mama, that's your sister."
Mm-mm.
I don't care what
No,
relationship
Nope.
it is.
no,
That
no.
I don't care. That don't excuse you from the boundaries that I set. If you are even more
Facts.
my mother, my brother, my sister, you should respect my boundaries even more because you're supposed to be a person that genuinely
Yeah.
loves me because we're family.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
But they don't care about no boundaries. But I tell you, I don't care about the relationship. People tell me all the time, especially with my mother. Um, I don't care about why you want to help your mom. That's your mom. She is my mom. What I'm called to do is honor her as my mother. But she those boundaries, she's not exempt from those boundaries. They apply to her too. And for me, they apply to her the most because she don't know how to act.
Positions do not apply exemptions.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
Just because they your blood, they're your family, they're your it does not matter. People have
Hmm.
gotten into the worst predicaments, putting that position ahead of some sense.
Yep.
Yep.
It could be your mama, your daddy, grandma, and them, your cousins. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
It doesn't matter because at the end of the day, it's still a choice.
Mm-hmm.
He has choices to make. Just because you share the same blood means absolutely nothing.
Nope.
That's
Hmm.
good. I think one thing I've learned with that is sometimes your family, because we're blood, they feel like they are entitled and
Mhm.
privileged to certain
Mm-mm.
things.
Right.
And I'm one that's like, listen, just because we share the same DNA, don't mean you are entitled to the same things that I have.
Mm-mm.
Especially
Mm.
when um, you have children of your own.
Pause.
You know what I'm saying? As a family, I have 3 kids.
We obviously can't go the message was.
Wow, that's crazy.
Who is it? Where's it coming from?
I don't know.
Touch the mic. Stop.
No, that's my it. Either they are. Thought it was
Yep.
coming from headphones.
Okay.
Yep, don't have them on. They're off.
Thank you. Woo.
I feel bad for every one of y'all that had earbuds in.
It's funny that.
Oh, that hurt.
Mm.
It's coming back.
Mhm.
It's crazy.
Turn my phone off just to make sure it's not me. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's nothing else is on.
Nothing burns on.
We even muted over here.
Somebody done got in the room.
Somebody came in the room.
Come on in the room.
Okay. I think we figured it out. Nope. Oh man, hold up. There we go. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, yo, exactly. I agree with this. Chat got too real. They trying to take us out.
Yeah, I believe that.
It's not like family members just listening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Don't be in your feelings. Get your life right. Period.
Look, I got so we
Right.
went to the concert on Sunday, right? And one of the sayings it said, "Ain't nobody mad but the devil."
Exactly.
Hey, that right there.
Ain't nobody mad but the devil. It got too real over here.
Back away slowly.
Oh my goodness. But we're gonna hit this one later. That was funny that happened right there.
Right.
We lost some viewers. I don't blame them. That was loud. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, that was loud.
Let me test. I think I have an idea. Yeah. That's y'all.
What? Are we in the backstage? What
Yeah,
is going
you're
on?
backstage right now. But hey, I can still hear y'all. So you're good. You still on the mic.
Yeah.
Testing.
Mike, 2,
Y'all
1,
hold
2.
One.
You know,
Well, they can hear us on the mic.
yeah. Y'all can still hear Mr. Signal, right?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
can.
Okay, all right, cool. Let's keep it going. We ain't letting them stop it.
Ain't no stopping us now.
All right. Anyway, we was on the importance of boundaries, correct?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Dolly was talking.
I do want to say one thing. Hey, Samira, can you speak?
Yes, she can speak.
I know she can speak, but is she available to speak? All right, cool. I think you got to head to the gym. That's why I asked that question. She likes to pick everything up, put them back down. Yep. Yeah. You're gonna look at it that way. Hey, girl. Hey. All right.
What did I just do?
I have no idea what you just did, but I thought you just dropped out of the back. Anyway, continuing on, the importance of boundary. Getting back onto the topic. Who is this? Oh, that's Three. Okay, I saw a dark figure. I was like, what the hell is that?
You know what?
Stop it.
You're
Stop
right.
it.
You're right.
Darkness into the marvelous light.
I was like, who is this?
I've been a victim too, so don't worry.
I was like, my bad.
Wow.
Oh, yeah,
No,
no.
you know, like 2K of characters not alignment. Like I just saw silhouette and I was like, what is this? So I was like, yo, is this the first time I get kicked off?
Oh no. I've been the same.
But when it comes down to having individuals around you with negative intentions, negative thoughts, and negative energy, how can you tell? How can you tell when you have someone around you who is not? Okay.
I do not know where this is coming from. Okay.
How can you tell when you're around the wrong people, and how do you remove yourself safely?
Oh, I can answer that.
Ooh, let's hear it.
It all depends on your situation.
Right.
If it's somebody that your friend group easily, you can just stop hanging around them. Or you can simply just have a conversation. But a lot of people just tend to want to remove themselves instead of having those actual real conversations. Like sometimes a person don't even know that's the energy that they're giving off.
Right.
Like sometimes it just like the people that mean you well, but you know, they have a dark energy about themselves. I can understand it because I am one of those people. If you see me out in a normal life, I have a very mean looking appearance. I've been told so on multiple occasions. So, you know, a lot of people don't know that that's the energy that they're giving off. Like some of those people are like some of the nicest people you ever want to meet. And then some of the nicest people you've ever met really don't have good intentions. So it's all in, you know, just filling people out. Once you learn how to read energies, you'll know how to get up out of them situations. Now, all in the situation, you'll know if you need to slowly exit that situation or if you need to run like hell. But trust me, with a good energy read and some good discernment, Oh, you'll know, and you'll know how to get out. There won't be no question about it. It won't be no question about what I need to do to get out or how I'm gonna get out of this situation. Nah, when you in that situation and you feel that energy and you like, yo, I need to go now.
Right.
You'll find a way. You'll find a way. You ain't gonna have to ask no questions or nothing like that. You'll find a way.
Okay.
That's good. Now I had a follow-up question. Oh, go ahead, Ree.
She didn't have none. I was just putting her on the side.
Oh,
I raise my hand.
so I have a question with that. As far as having a conversation with somebody whom you can tell like there's some friction there, and then when you have that conversation more than one time, to no avail, don't nothing change. There's no accountability, but you still have to engage with this person. That's the tough part for me. And I said,
Well, that's
how you
well,
doing?
that's where you messed up. You said multiple times.
Yeah.
I told you once.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure you can articulate yourself well enough to, convey your feelings. So
Mhm.
all I need to do is tell you one time. After that, I know how to deal with you. If those don't change, then I'm only going to deal with you as much as I have to deal with you.
Okay.
With
I'm
situations like that, because I feel like I'm currently in one, where you meet a friend, and then you start hanging around them. But for me, I know I look way younger than what I am, but for me to be my age, I don't know. I tend to grow a little bit. It don't take a whole lot of time for me to grow. When I notice something or I see something I need to work on, I work on it, and then I change, because it's a conscious choice to do that. So I know sometimes, some people are not as mature as other people. So, you become friends with somebody, and then you notice that over that time, you're growing, that person is staying stagnant. So for me, I'm the type of person, I don't want to judge you. So I'll say, okay, I'm growing. So, everybody's growth rate is different. I'm not just gonna just fall off completely and stop being friends with them. I know, my growth rate is different than hers. So I'm gonna give her some time, maybe she sees me, changing or not doing those same things that we both were doing. Maybe she'll catch the hint. Okay. Months later, the hint wasn't caught. So now it's, to me, like he said, you'll know what to do, is whether you have to do it like instantly, like right then, or do you have to do it slowly. So I'm in a situation where I'm having to do it slowly, slowly back away from that person, because at the end of the day, I know for me, my issue is my heart. Once I love you or care for you, even if we are no longer going to be friends, I don't have to, I'm still going to have the same love for you. I'm still going to care for you, but some certain things I just don't want to be around. So I'm in a situation right now where I'm slowly having to back off from, somebody who I call, and now I don't call her a friend now. To me, she's an associate, because it's just been some things, the way certain things she moved, and I'm just like, nah, that's not my friend. Certain things, certain people, friends just don't do. And if you know your friend, you would know that your friend would not agree with that, or your friend, that's not something that's going to be beneficial to your friend. It's going to be more harmful. So at that point, you've been demoted. You're no longer a friend of mine. So it makes it easier for me.
Demoted.
Yeah, you've been
Demoted.
because you're not a friend for real. So now it's easier for me to slowly back away, make my exit a safe exit slowly.
Right. And it's not even about an exit for me. You make provisions, especially if you are working towards something and you're in a group and everybody's working towards something, or you have a piece of a common goal. You're not about to sabotage me. I see you. I'm going to make provisions for you, and you're going to recognize my greatness. You ain't going to have no choice. Everybody around you is going to see you, because everybody else has done what they were supposed to do. You too busy focusing on me.
And for me, it's from the basis of we work behavior health. So I kind of use the same concept with the people that I serve. with people that I choose as friends. So if I see you go off the deep end and you're doing wrong and you're acting some type of way towards me, I put you in a category to where I realize you got something going on. You got some stuff going on. Let's continue to have conversations about it. And I move them from a potential friend to a person that actually just needs my help. You see what I'm saying? So we have conversations. I understand where you're coming from. What's going on in your life? That's good. You can't meet up. You can't meet me at my house no more. You can't do anything personal inside of my circle. We're doing everything outside of the circle now because you're a person that needs help, and we need to watch your progress until you get to a place to where you can manage for yourself. That doesn't mean that you're my friend afterwards. That just means I recognize that there's a problem, and I did everything I could to help. And after you get to a place where it's clear for you and there's clarity for you and you realize, hey, I was doing this wrong, I apologize, I get it. But the idea that people can revert back to where they were because of a traumatic situation is very real. So you can't keep them inside of your circle because if something like that happens again, they'll revert back to their old ways. And so being in a position to where we're just having this conversation about what's going on, I'm expecting a phone call from you saying, hey, this went wrong in my life. Can we talk about it? Good. Let's have a conversation. But anything beyond that is a no. We're not friends. We can't go hang out. We can't go to the movies together. We can't go talk. We can't do any of that outside of us having this conversation about what's going on in your life and what I can do to help you realize that for yourself and to help you make decisions to change what you want to change in your life. You see what I'm saying? So I don't completely discard the person either. I just bring them to the place where, hey, bro, I know what's going on. Let's talk about this. Let's get you a place where you're healthy, you're thinking healthy, and you can see yourself. And that's those are the beginning stages of support. And it's still community, but at the same time, you recognize who's around you. You got to recognize who's around you and whether you can help or not, because I can't help everybody. You see what I'm saying? There's some people at a level that you can't help at all. You just kind of give them a little bit and let them go. If they come back, okay, let's continue to have a conversation. But other than that, I can't bring you in. There's no room in my inner circle for that.
For me, I feel like I will end up reaching a point to how I remove myself safely. For example, if, like I said, if I don't like somebody, I'm like, if I have reached a point to where it's kind of like what Sheree said, you've been demoted. Like, the thing with me is I don't call everybody a friend. If I call you a friend, I treat you like that. For family, there isn't anything I won't do for you.
Right.
You know? So, I mean, I will give you the last dollar I have in my pocket, even if that's the only thing that I have left in my name. My biggest issue is if I have dropped you from a point and I'm like, okay, you're not a friend, you're not family, we are, I guess you would say, I would say, I'm like, okay, I don't really, at that point, it's like, I don't really know who you are because you have shown me that I did not know who you were. It's not, I don't like you, you haven't done anything to me, so where I'm just like, nah, F you, like, I hope you choke on a piece of corn. But it's one of those things where it's like,
sorrows and prayers.
I don't know you. And when I reach that point, if you come to me with anything, I'm going to do like I do with people at work. Is this business or personal?
Right.
And you say it's personal, I'm like, you got to find somebody to talk to. If something business, I might be able to help you with that. But with something personal, I don't want anything to do with your personal life. Like I'm not gonna tell the person that. I mean, okay, depending on how I'm right at that moment, I might. But so I'm being with it. I'm not gonna want to be anything that deals with that person's life on a personal level. You know. So I mean, that's kind of how I would remove myself.
And everything, there's a sense of maturity in everything. When I was younger, things were a little bit different because it's like I was wanting and needing friends. So I didn't pay attention to the signs. I didn't pay attention to what was going on around me. I was just kicking it with the click. When things got really, really ugly, then it was like, oh damn, what have I gotten myself into? When they run, I run. But what are we running for? When we find out what we're running for, damn, I just got myself into some shit. You see what I'm saying? So when I was younger, I had no boundaries. I didn't think about any of that. because I needed friends.
Yes.
But when things started going down that didn't reflect who I was like, okay, wait a minute. And not even thinking of an image, thinking of my well-being, my life. So I got to get on a bus or a plane or something to get the hell out of here to get to some normalcy to begin to see myself. And that's what happened. I moved away from that to begin to see myself. And as I got older, it was like my stuff was more important than anything around me. So it was like, okay, do I really need friends?
Mm-hmm.
You bump into people that are like, yeah, we can kick it.
I'm good.
We can go bowl, whatever. We can sit and have a drink or two because of the potential of the things that could go bad. You know what I'm saying? Kicking it with the clique of dudes from inner city. I know you know the experience because they're all reckless, right?
Yeah.
They're all reckless,
Mhm.
planning to be reckless. So it's like you got to pull back and be like, is this me? Am I reckless like they are? But we,
That saying, this never
Yeah.
lies.
why exactly?
Yeah.
It's like you gotta yank yourself back and then really do a deep dive inside and be like, okay, what do I want?
Yeah.
So as
Mhm.
I got older, it was like I want peace and solitude. Like Rio, I want to sit at home and watch TV and relax. I ain't trying to be in the midst of a whole bunch of people that things can potentially go wrong. And the sad part about it is I saw it in my family members, my brothers and stuff. They one of them just loved that type of thing. And sitting getting a tattoo done, somebody's about to get shot. You got a needle in my arm doing a tattoo. What the hell? I didn't. I thought I was
That's
coming to
not
get
what I signed up for.
a bullet in my back. Exactly. Not a bullet in my back. What is going on? So I really had to do a complete change of even not being like Cherie saying. I couldn't even be around my brothers. It was like I can't go. I can't do it. You love this type of stuff. I can't. I'm waiting to see you in the newspaper that you got shot because this is the type of folks that you're gonna be around. You see what I'm saying? I can't do it. I
Yeah.
have a love life, especially when I start having kids.
I want
But
to read
anyway.
this comment.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He said, "You're my friend. We want to let you know you're tripping or when you need to get your life together because you're my friend. There's
Mhm.
no conversation that cannot be had.
Mm.
They will either respect it or remove themselves from the friendship."
Wow.
That's it. That's how it
Yeah.
should
That
be.
is
That's fine.
exactly
That's how it should
what I
be.
That's
do.
how it
If
should be. But again,
That's how a lot
weird
of people,
people, they don't know how to
a lot of,
move. They don't know how to do that.
No.
I don't think it's weird. I think a
That,
lot of people don't like hearing the truth.
That's
That's
it.
yeah.
that's what it
And
is.
Like a lot of
accountability.
people don't like
Accountability.
looking at that mirror. Yeah. A lot of people don't like looking at that mirror. Like they love hearing the good things about themselves. But when you go to say that bad,
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
they take it personal.
Right.
Like when I try to have that talk, I be like, yo, like, can we talk right quick? And we need to have our feelings outside of this talk because I'm gonna ask you your honest opinion about how you feel about this friendship as well. Because, I might not be the best motherfucker to be around some days.
right. Right.
So I know that about myself. So I
Yeah.
know you might see me some type of way sometime. So let's just get this out of the way right now. Like, yo, and if you feel some type of way after this talk, then we wasn't as cool as I thought you was. So
Right.
now I gotta deal with you from a distance.
Yeah.
But if after this talk, every time I see you, the energy is always the same, it's like nothing ever fucking happened, then we good, we rocking.
Yeah.
But
But as long as that energy never changes,
but that's also you have to recognize who you're dealing with too, because most
yeah,
people that are struggling are in fight or flight, so they're
Right.
not thinking straight at all. They're not, and I kind of begin to recognize that after doing the work that I do. I recognize some people are just in fight or flight. They can sit down and we can have a conversation, but they're antsy the whole time, and they're just ready to go. So I know they're not fully hearing what I'm saying. So if I'm saying, "Hey, we can't kick it," they show up at my house the next day. You did not hear what I just said. We can't kick it no
mhm,
more.
yeah,
But their mind is in fight or flight. It's,
Mhm.
I
it's there's a
think
lot.
They ain't
There's a
comprehend.
lot to take into consideration when we talk about people and friends. A
Yeah.
lot
that
but
because of what's happening with people, the things that are happening with people. Period.
I think
one
when you study people,
Hmm.
um, behavioral health, you're studying the psyche about people. You're
Right.
studying the why
Right.
behind the what.
Right.
And once you understand that piece, you will understand why people are weird.
Right.
Period.
Exactly.
You understand
Ooh,
why
that's a
people
good
do
question.
what they do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Once you understand that, you have more grace for people.
There you
Yeah.
go. Right.
You know what I'm
But
saying? And I'm being real. And I'm my brother and I raised by the same
Mhm.
woman. Him and I think a lot alike. If y'all ain't picked that up, we we here. So with people for the longest time, we both were like, yeah, it was him and I. We ain't fool with folk, 'cause folk is crazy. And we
Right.
recognize that people are crazy. But understanding the why people are crazy is where
Right.
you're like, you know what? Lord, I repent for calling these people crazy, because at the end of the day, they're your creatures
Right.
and you made them, and they just went through some things that have changed the way that they function. Their chemicals ain't firing right in their brain, and that's why they showed up at my house after I told them yesterday we ain't
Right.
kids no more. You know,
Right.
it's one of those things where I think the Lord gives certain people more grace to deal with
Right.
individuals so that we can help them. And I say we, because I'm saying everybody on this platform is a we.
Right.
We to these people's lives to try to help them be like, listen, that ain't cool. Like I
Right.
can't deal with the same folk that Rio can deal with, and then Queenie can deal with, and Cherie can deal with. You know what I'm saying? We may all not have the same patience, that same
Right.
grace.
Yeah.
However, you know, once you are around somebody and then they show you their true colors, then we have the ability to gauge how much are you willing to tolerate with this
Right.
person.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much are you willing to
Yeah.
sacrifice
That is
for this
very
person?
true.
If
Yeah.
I am in
Yeah.
a situation where it's my life or death, are they going to help me out of the situation, or are they going to throw me under the bus and keep it pushing?
Right. There
You
you
know what I'm saying?
go.
Are you going to put
Yeah.
my life in
Right.
jeopardy? Those
Right.
are the type of things for me, I think, that really, really gauge a friendship. And like I said earlier, are you going to give me the last dollar out of your bank account if I need to pay a bill?
Right.
I'll
Yeah.
pay you back, but are you going to help cover me? Like that is a friendship. And what I have learned recently is a friendship is a covenant. It
There you
ain't
go.
Mhm.
oh
It's
my
a
God,
pact.
it's buddy. No, that is a covenant. I
It's a
got you,
Mhm.
pact.
you got me. You know what I'm saying? That is a friendship, just like a marriage. That is a covenant. So if me saying a friendship is a covenant, and I'm saying a friendship is a covenant, a marriage is a covenant, then look at how would you act in a marriage? Would you run as soon as the first thing that goes bad? I'm out, deuces.
Right.
Or are you going to take and do
Mm.
your due diligence to say, hey, friend, when you did this, it hurt my feelings? Like what Rio said, you have to
Mhm.
work at it. But if somebody is blatantly disrespecting you and they have no regard and they're constantly disregarding you, then that's when you have to reassess the situation and be like,
Mhm.
hold on. That's when you have to figure out ways.
Mhm.
This is not working for me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You should know me and know my morals and my values, what I value. You know what I'm saying? What I will not tolerate. I'm not gonna
Right.
run up in the grocery store and rob that grocery store. I'm not about that life. Don't put me in no
Right.
situation. You
Right.
feel me? Don't do me like that, because I wouldn't do
Yeah.
you like that. So it's just like, you know, a lot of everybody's saying really good stuff, but you know, that was really what stuck out to me. Like it's a covenantal relationship.
Right. Right.
Everybody
Yeah.
that come in your space ain't your friend. Some folk
Yeah.
is in your life for a reason, and some folk is in your life for a season. And
Right.
sometimes we get the two misconstrued. Oh, they're nice to me. They're my friend. No, baby.
Mm-mm.
No.
In your life for you to get something from them or them to receive something for you to help them
Right.
and move on. When we get that mixed up, that's when we get hurt. And there's
Wow.
there's conflict because they're
Right.
not supposed to remain in your life, but for a certain amount of time.
There you go. I believe it.
They're not meant to linger. When they
Right.
linger, then that's when they become vampires, but
Yeah.
emotionally, you know what I'm saying,
Mhm.
financially, and the list goes on because they weren't
Yeah.
supposed to be there. So we have
Yeah.
to be careful of who we let in our space, for one, because everybody's not supposed to be in your space, and you have to be cognitive of what are they putting out in your space. Are they speaking life into you? Are they encouraging you? Are they pulling you down? You know what I'm saying? Or when I'm going through something, can I call on you? Are you reliable? Are you dependable? Are you
Right.
flaky? Are you
Right.
fraudulent? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like those,
Yeah.
you have to look at their qualities, their attributes, their character, and you know what I'm saying? Like and and see those things, assess those things. So
Right.
again, this goes back to, you know, studying mental health. Like, we all ain't right there. You know what I'm saying? We're
No.
perfect, but having a greater understanding of how the human brain works allows us to be more appreciative of one another. Also,
Right.
a deeper understanding as to why people function the way that they function, and then understanding and building relationships with other people allows us to understand, like, now I know why you act like this, because you had trauma when you was a kid.
Yes.
Exactly.
But
I
I do
feel
think even
Mhm.
as a healer, it's very important that that is it's most important that you have boundaries when you're a support
There
system
you
or a
go.
healer or
Mhm.
something of that nature, because
Right.
that as a recovering people pleaser, that's an issue that I had and
Right.
sometimes still often
Yeah.
have. And you want to understand why someone is a certain way. But one thing for me is if I have to address something with you, I see how you react in that moment because I'm going to put the mirror up. And
Mhm.
there have been times I've texted my friends and I'll ask them, how do y'all think I'll react to this? Because if I don't ask, sometimes the friends that I have, they won't come out and tell me because I'm the truth teller.
Mm.
I'm the one who's going to
Right.
be like, oh, I don't like that you think like this. We might have to reevaluate some stuff. I'm gonna straight up and say it.
Right.
I do
Right.
Yeah.
because it and I'm trying to find that middle ground of boundaries because sometimes it's not always necessary to bite someone's head off, but it's
Right.
just I was on the other end of the spectrum and trying to stand 10 toes down. Sometimes I've jumped all the way to the other end
Right.
and
Right.
there's no healthy in between. But when you are a support system or you're a healer, yes, you can be understanding of what these people may have gone through or where they're coming from, but it's often, unless it's a part of your job to do so,
Yeah.
um unless it's a part of your job, but if it's like the loyalty when it comes to friendships and
No.
how to maintain it, let me tell you something, baby. Look, I will tell you once, and please, I will throw you to the wolves. Do not play with me
Right.
because I know
Hmm.
that, like, I never thought of a friendship as an actual covenant. But
Mm.
one thing I would tell people is I'd be like, baby, that's not your friend, that's your associate, that's your acquaintance. When
Mhm.
people ask me how many friends I have, I think in my mind, how many people would I give a body part to if they
Yep.
That's
asked?
Right.
That's how
Right.
many
it.
friends I
Mhm.
Right.
have.
Yeah.
If you're not on the list to get a body part from me, baby, you are
You need a
a
friend.
lot of things, but a friend
Yeah.
ain't it.
Mm-mm.
That's it. That's
Because
it.
I need to be able, if my friends going through something, I need to be the one that they trust that they can call. Because I'd rather, hear you bitch and cry on the phone than go visit you checked in somewhere or have to carry your doggone casket. But
Right.
at the same time, you also need to be that person I can tell you that is not a good decision. Now, sometimes I can support some ratchetness because a little fun ratchetness as an adult, it is what it is. But nothing, because I mean, we have enough sense, like, ma'am, you done slid right back to that boy. You know you shouldn't be there, but you know what? You were being safe, you living your life, okay?
Right.
That's not where you want to be on that path, but you're not hurting nobody, so it's okay.
Right.
But when she was saying that it's about, what type of situations will you put me in?
Mhm.
The people that I consider my friend, I will never have to worry about them putting me in no weird situations or putting my life on the line.
Mhm.
Um, I have to have those boundaries because if I run across someone, I may be like, oh, I could get tricked still. I may
Mhm.
think they have good intentions, or I may have on some rose-colored glasses for whatever reason, and so I have to have those boundaries because when they do something, I have to be able to be like, take a step back.
Yeah.
Don't not necessarily just, I'm gonna understand that, you told me about your trauma as a child, and so you have to do this. I'm sorry, baby.
No.
I
No.
understand you was not heard as a child, but when I'm in the middle of a sentence, I don't need the beginning of yours to interrupt it.
Exactly. Right. Truth of
Just
the
because
matter.
you weren't heard in life. So I need you to understand that.
Right.
Okay. And you have to be able to do that because that loyalty in friendships, people will love to just throw it. They'll
There
just
you
throw,
go.
oh, you not loyal. Oh,
Right.
you not loyal. Baby, I'm not loyal because I don't want to slide with you to your dangerous baby daddy house.
Right.
No, no.
Situations.
I,
Yeah.
like that situation. Don't matter of fact, don't call me no Mo. You know he keep the mouse for two.
Right.
Like, no.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
So, but that loyalty, we have to have our own boundaries because
Yeah.
people love to use that loyalty in
Hmm.
friendships. And it's like, I am a loyal person, baby, but not to this extent.
Not to that. Right. What do you consider
Hmm.
loyal? Everybody has their own definition of loyal.
And
Yeah.
also
And
the
what
thing
you
Right.
is,
what you want me to be
Yep.
loyal to, I'm not gonna be loyal to. So if
Right.
I if I'm not loyal because I won't go to your baby daddy house with you and kick the door in, I'm not doing that. I ain't loyal
Yeah.
then. So be it.
mm-hmm.
You're not gonna put me
That
in a situation like I'm not. If I call like she just like you said, if I call you a friend and you constantly or you if I have that one thought that you're gonna put me in a situation that could either possibly harm me or
Mm-hmm.
just put me in situations that I no longer want to be in, that I've expressed to you that I no longer want to be in, and you put me in them situations, I'm not loyal. We are not friends. That is not a
Right.
friend.
That is not friend.
That's not a friend. That means you don't care about me. The one thing you don't listen. You don't listen because if I've expressed to you and you don't listen and you continue to put me in and you're not listening. Two, you don't care
Mm-mm.
about me. You're not my friend.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
You don't care about my well-being. You don't care about my feelings, my thoughts. So those are
Yeah.
not friends. So that loyal word, honestly, and a lot of people say I'm big on loyalty. I ain't too big on that because what everybody has their own definition of loyal, and what you
Mhm.
may be loyal to, I ain't willing to be loyal. I ain't willing to be loyal to that.
Yeah.
That was what I was gonna bring up. I was gonna go last and let everybody speak, but you already kind of took my thing. I was
Right.
gonna say, loyalty, I feel like loyalty means something different to everyone, but yet betrayal feels the same to everybody.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
It
Oh, that's
does because that whole you put yourself in a position where you want them to reciprocate what you're doing. When you don't see
Mm-hmm.
it happen, or you put me in a position where I'm getting hurt, or
Mhm.
I potentially get hurt, then you just betrayed my trust. You betrayed who I told you that I was. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And again, I'm not. Believe me, I'm all in for my folks, my family. Somebody hurt my family. Somebody does something to my family,
Yeah.
especially females in my family. It's a done deal. I'm coming.
Same here.
I'm coming for
Same
you.
here.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I ain't gonna ride with you every day. You riding around looking for trouble. You got a pistol in your lap, and you're looking for trouble. I ain't got time for that at all. Period. I can come to your aid. I come to help you. And if I see the situation is bad, yes, I'm coming. Coming to support you, and protect you. But don't be on that stuff on a daily basis and expect me to ride with it. I'm not riding with it.
I'm gonna get you before you
Exactly. Exactly. I'm gonna get it before the getter gets me. No. But yeah, I agree with what Queenie's saying and Cherie's saying. It's a they play that word,
Mm-hmm.
especially dudes on the block. They play that word all the time. Because and truth of the matter,
Mhm.
they don't even know what the word loyalty means at
Uh-uh.
all. They have the system that's created for them that is age old. And if you ask them what the meaning of all of this was from the beginning, they don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know what it means from the beginning. A lot of these things that they're a part of right now.
I can get into that, but
Right.
we're not gonna get into that.
But
I feel
again,
like
based on loyalty, based on the loyalty, based on who we are, and based on who I say I am as a friend, my loyalty is to your well-being. My loyalty is to us being close. If you can't reciprocate that, then I can't help you at all. I can only take a phone call and listen to what your problems are, and that's it.
Hey Rhea, I want to hear from you next. I didn't hear. I heard you when you said that's a good question, but I never did hear your intake on it.
All right.
You're on the floor, boss.
Oh, all right, cool. So I tell everybody this: keep your loyalty because everybody has a different definition. Like she said, of fucking loyalty. So you can keep that. When it comes down to a friendship, I want your respect. If you can't
Mhm.
respect me the same way I respect you, then we can't be friends. And I treat my relationships with women the same way. If you can't respect me, then you ain't no way in hell you can sit up here and pry your mouth open and tell me you love me.
Mm.
So same with friends. You can't tell me you love me as your homeboy, but still you doing some disrespectful shit.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Like how the hell that work?
It's almost like the word loyalty and love just get thrown out there with no meaning.
Yeah.
Right.
Man, motherfucker, you can be loyal to your damn country and talk so much shit about your country.
No!
So like, don't tell me about loyalty, man.
I do it
Loyalty
every
is
day.
like
Okay, let's round
loyalty
it
is
up.
like this fake thing people hide behind. Like that's what people use who really can't get real friends.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Oh, this person's loyal to me.
That's almost
Okay,
like
that sounds like an obligation.
Mm.
But if you respect this person, that means you'll genuinely follow this person. That means you'll genuinely listen to this person. Just because you're loyal to this person don't mean you're gonna actually listen to them. Like I'm loyal, but hey, I'm gonna do what I want.
Mm-hmm.
hey, we're gonna flow into the closing comments.
Wait, I have something to add before you do that to loyalty.
Oh,
Because
okay.
you going to ask me what I thought about loyalty.
I thought you did speak on. My bad. I'm sorry.
I got something to
Oops. My bad. Did I do that? Go ahead, Dolly.
All I had to say was this hearing with loyalty, this is what I heard. It's what I wrote it down. Unrealistic expectations.
There you go.
I like that.
That's all I had to say. That's it.
So in other words, next time I go to somebody, like, what's your unreal expectation?
What is your unrealistic?
They're gonna look at you. I guarantee if I was gonna turn around and walk away, it's like
I like
wasting my time.
I like the unreal expectations.
Yeah, that's what's up. See, man, okay, I'm glad you said that. 'Cause literally, what we was about to roll
You
into.
wasn't gonna let me say it though.
I let you say it.
I'll get it.
You know what? Back to Rio. Gratitude and what we learned, Bob.
Huh? I couldn't hear my headphones was cutting out for a little bit.
Look at the screen.
Huh?
Hey, Sue, all eyes on you.
Oh, I'm dying right now.
Oh man,
Just realize that he got his own
But
profile.
we doing closing statements?
yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes.
Nah, bro. For real though, it sound like you in my headphones. It sound like you are far as hell right now.
Yeah, I can walk.
So, but yeah, my closing statements is, just be cautious of, who you bring around and who you allow your energy to. Like, not everybody's there to, give you good energy as well. Some people are just there to take your energy. And when people are just there to take, trust me, if you sit back, pay attention, and let people just be themselves, you'll be able to figure out who they are. Because it don't take that long. Everybody always got to take off makeup.
Mm-hmm.
There's one thing they ain't found yet: forever makeup.
Well, actually, they do have forever eyebrows.
Those are tattoos. Okay, those are not forever eyebrows. Those are tattoos that they're putting on your face.
Tattoos and it's not eyebrows.
Forever eyelashes and freckles.
You don't leave them alone.
I'm for real.
Queen.
Yeah, but you still got to wipe that foundation off though. So you just gonna be. I'm saying you just still gonna have that ugly face. If you ugly, you gonna have that ugly face with them funny looking eyebrows and some painted on freckles. Like I'm saying, you can't hide forever.
Oh my God.
So eventually, the true person has to show.
All right, Queen. Gratitude and what you learned, love.
I am grateful I got to persist in this space with you all because, as I always say, that means I make good decisions. And And what I learned a lot based on like the perspectives you all were giving with certain examples. of because inside of my mind, like some of y'all have heard me before, like I'll go from 0 to 100, and so that median is very important. And like I never considered how to safely remove myself from somebody because like when would I ever be in that position where it's just like, oh, I'm about to go lay down? Like, because me, I just make a joke out of things. But being able to have that conversation and not let people to allow people to come back without having that conversation when they do you wrong, because people like to, let stuff just brush over and be like, oh, hey, I missed you. And so I'm grateful that I heard you all's perspective on that because I was able to learn something about that.
Blessings, blessings. I'm gonna go ahead and have Cherie, then I'm gonna do Mr. and Mrs. Signorino, and then I'll go ahead and finish out with closings.
So very kind of similar to what Queenie said, but for me, and it's like I said, it's something I'm currently in. So what I learned was just to I took a little bit from what each one of you said. I'm learning how to slowly, safely, not slowly, safely remove myself from certain things. Cause I'm not one of those people where like what Queenie just mentioned, if we have a falling out, we stop talking, and then you want to come back, maybe some months pass when you feel like everything is okay, and it's just like, okay, we sweep it under the rug and we walk right past that. I've never been one of those people where you can do that to me, because we're gonna have to have a conversation about it. So I'm just learning how to safely do it, because I know for me, I'll just cut you off and that's it. I act like you never existed. My cutoff game is real strong. So, but I also know that with maturity, as you get older, you have to learn how to have conversations, even if it's a difficult conversation or conversations you don't want to have. Conversations need to be had. And so that's my piece that I took and learned from that. And I thank everybody for giving their input, and it was just a pleasure to talk and meet each one of y'all, and just have some adult, mature, grown conversations, meaningful conversations. So that's it.
That's not gossip.
Right. Sick of that.
Dolly, your gratitude and what you learned.
Well, it was a pleasure being on tonight. I missed you guys. It's been a couple of weeks, so it was good to sit and like Cherie said, to sit and talk with you guys and pick your brain and hear everybody's input on effective ways and how they deal with I guess it's a form of conflict in a sense, with friends, so that's what I kind of got from it, is how to effectively deal with conflict when somebody comes into your personal space whom you trust ultimately could have betrayed you. So how do we deal with that? So that's something that I can implement in my life even now. So I'm grateful for that, of learning how to not let folks walk all over me in a sense, because people are like, you're so nice, Dolly, you're so nice. Which, yeah, I can be nice, but you can catch these hands. But I try not to live my life like that anymore, so it's just I've learned a lot. Yes.
Mr. and Mrs. Sigma Uno.
Good.
No, all eyes on you, sir.
No, really.
All ears.
All ears.
Gratitude always to the podcast. Appreciate the opportunity to speak with some very intelligent, wonderful, beautiful people. What I learned today was actually, it's a confirmation. Sometimes you go through life and you deal with people, and like Queenie and Dolly was saying, in the profession that I'm in, it kind of gets lost in translation. So to kind of pull back and say, hey, this is what you need to do as boundaries. This is what you do to keep yourself safe, and seeing people for who they actually are. I haven't had a friend outside of the circle that I'm in for a long time, so I don't really deal with people. But it was good to hear that, I'm kind of on the right track. I appreciate hearing that and the confirmation that is. And I agree with what everybody said, and appreciate Rio for breaking a few things down for us. Thank you guys all for being here. This is good times. And again, like Cherie was saying, the maturity of this is great. I mean, the idea that we can talk and don't turn into an argument is amazing. So appreciate you guys.
Said it couldn't be done. You can get a bunch of
Appreciate
black
it.
spot and there not be an argument.
There you go. That's it.
Yeah. Always.
Right.
Mr. Sigma. Oh, he said it?
Yep.
Okay. All right. With that, I will. Yeah, I'm the last one. All right, cool. Make it good. With it, I want to go ahead and say this episode today has been beautiful. I am forever grateful for everybody who comes on, for all the viewers, all the listeners, everybody who provides input. One of the biggest things that I learned and I took from this was the fact that we all have our own idea of what loyalty is. And with that, we cannot hold everybody accountable by one standard. We all have gone through things that shaped our life and our reality to where we will look at friends differently based off of certain characteristics. We allow certain people into our lives due to the fact that things that we may be going through currently in our lives. If you want to call it the law of vibration, law of attraction. Everybody who enters your life is not meant to be there forever. Everybody who enters your life is a lesson or a blessing. They're there to teach you something, or they're there to enlighten you about something with yourself. The best thing we can do, even if you have a negative experience, there's a positive in everything. So when someone does something negative to you, you might not see it right then and there, but looking back on it, you can be like, you know what, you're good. Them doing this to me, realize that I didn't have a boundary of this, so this did not happen, or either I had low self-confidence in myself, which made it to where I was trying to please other people to make myself happy or to make myself more confident, or surrounding myself with individuals who are in a type of crowd to where I felt that I fit in being there. So with it, I think the biggest thing that I can say on that is we all have a group around us that is constantly pouring and taking away from us. It is up to you to make the decision of what you're going to give away and what you're going to hold on to, what you're going to take from others. We all have our own realities, and our realities are amazing. There is no such thing as good or bad. It's the way that you perceive it. Because when it comes down to it, different cultures think differently. So what I may think is good here in America, somewhere in a different country, in a different world, they may think that it is bad. You can never please everybody. But one thing we all can do is take accountability of the things that we do. That's where I feel the biggest disconnect is, where a lot of the drama and stress comes from. People are not willing to sit there and say, you know what, I messed up. You know what, you're right. You know what, I will do better. And with that, this is an episode of Divine Time. Divine Time.